Sebastian Borget du Paris! Yeah!
Hello everyone!
Yeah!
How are you? Well, it's my pleasure to be back in Hong Kong after almost 3 years and connect with the community and see how that community has grown since we started Sandbox in 2018, the blockchain-based version here in Hong Kong. So, it's really special today, and we'll start with a presentation of how Sandbox has been evolving over the years, where we are, and follow with a great conversation right after on a Q&A mode. Today, I'd like to share with you a little bit how Sandbox, our open Metaverse platform, decentralized, can enable brands and creators to unlock their value in the Metaverse. So, as you know, our mission has always been to empower creators, that new creator generation, to build a new form of experiences, avatar-centric, focused on true digital ownership. We really see the Metaverse as this myriad of virtual worlds where you, as a user, with your avatar, you can access more fun, more social, more immersive, more creative experiences. But what's different from before is, like, for the first time, that avatar, that is your new digital identity that's representing you in those space, you can use it in a seamless manner to access any of those worlds, any of those platforms, without any restriction, without having to ask the permission to the platform or the game. Before, games like Roblox, Minecraft, Fortnite, or Meta couldn't allow that, but with a decentralized open metaverse, you actually can. And not only your avatar, actually all your digital belonging, your wearable, your equipment, your virtual land, your virtual house, and so much more. But at the beginning, the metaverse will be empty. So we have to build it. That's why we believe it will be massively user-generated content, and to create the content, we have to provide very simple, very accessible tools. VoxEdit on one side, or 3D editor, use voxels, so you can create almost like playing with digital Legos. You don't need to read the user manual to start populating the metaverse. And our game maker is no code, so anyone can have fun placing their content in and make new form of experience, onboarding thousands of creators who never made games or content before. Alongside, we want to bring culture in the metaverse. That's why we have today more than 400 brands, among them brands in fashion, like Gucci, brand in gaming, Ubisoft, Atari, Square Enix, but also from entertainment, like Walking Dead, lifestyle in Adidas, music with artists like Snoop Dogg, Warner Music, and more. So you understood, the metaverse is all about avatar-centric, a new format of experience where users can truly own, can play, can socialize, can meet, can work, and can earn revenue as they contribute to building it and as bringing life and users into it. To do that, we use blockchain and NFTs, which is this decentralized, trustable, transparent technology. And as we now have like digital asset of value with proven scarcity, notion of creatorship and ownership, we can establish a new layer for digital economy with services, with millions of jobs that will be created, and we're already seeing hundreds of thousands, and also pushing toward like decentralized finance and even decentralized governance, because the people who are owning the asset of this world, their land, their avatar, should be the one that run it and govern it. Today, Sandbox counts more than 400 partners. We really see the metaverse as like this new global digital nation where anyone with their avatar is a citizen of. And it's important to bring people from all parts of the world. So we have partners, obviously, in Hong Kong. This is one of the largest contributors to the metaverse, but also in US, in Europe, in Korea, in Japan, in Dubai, in Turkey, in Saudi Arabia. We want to give the opportunity to people wherever they are to enter the metaverse through the favorite brand in entertainment, in fashion, in music, in sport, etc. And as they enter for the first time the metaverse, create their avatar, then they stay, they engage, and they can discover all the rest of the content made by other creators, the new creators that are part of our ecosystem. Essentially, the metaverse will be around playing with your avatar, new diverse immersive experiences, either alone or in multiplayer. It will be about creating. It's an essential part that anyone can contribute and create content that they imagine with this no-code approach. And ultimately, they need to own all of that content, and the value that comes from the content they create, 95% of it need to return to them, not to the centralized platform that operate it, as we've seen before. And as they engage and earn, so that's really the new paradigm that Sandbox is proposing, and that should drive this vision of the open metaverse. As well, like, what is making Sandbox different is essentially, is essentially a lens. So in Sandbox, we have this finite map of 166, 464 lands, which I wish you could see. Hopefully they will fix it in the meantime. And instead of selling it all at the beginning, we sold it progressively over time. There's been about 70% of the land that been sold, and we've been progressively unveiling new neighborhoods. Lands is really like it's a piece of digital real estate which you can use to own your content, publish your experience, and make it accessible to other people with their avatar. And unlike what we've seen on other platforms, like an app store with games and applications that are not connected to each other, Land is really a new social layer. Like, you're connected to your neighbor, and you can become the neighbor of your favorite brand, your favorite celebrity, like Snoop Dogg or South China Morning Post here, for example. And as users, with their avatar, walk through the border of one land to another, there is this spatial continuity. So we can expand our presence, build together as a community. It's opening a new form of possibilities. And it's also quite cool to have those brands and celebrities as your virtual neighbor. So hopefully no crash, yes. So what can we do already in the metaverse? We can do a lot of exciting things. We can do like social hubs where we are connecting with your friend. We can have like a dance club, virtual concert, virtual shows. Of course, we have already events, dating, even weddings. We already had weddings in the metaverse. We can learn, educate ourselves. We can play game. We can increase our culture by visiting virtual museum, art galleries, and also like do virtual tourism. There are already regions of the world or cities that are present and enable people to access those locations and be augmented. Oh, something wrong with my presentation, but I hope that you can get the meaning. One more thing, maybe, and we'll leave it then more time for like the conversation afterwards with Bowie. I mentioned like it is a new form of entertainment which you're using to access with an avatar. Avatar is your new digital identity. It's really important that that avatar, you can keep it, you can use it across all Sandbox experiences, but you can also use it outside of Sandbox. Or even better, you can take avatar that comes from third-party projects or NFT collections and interact with them in Sandbox. So we've done that. We've enabled more than 45 of the most popular NFT projects. We took their, usually like we call them PFPs, profile picture collections. And people, they are just 2D images, but with technology, we turn them into 3D avatar, playable, that can move, run, jump, and come with over 70 animation. And now, instead of just being an owner of like this static image, you become that new character that and you can visualize all the other members of the community, you can chat with them, and you can create the world of your community. So it's been a very powerful way to engage and attract more users into Web3, as well as to drive more value toward existing users, or existing NFT users. And that's one way that we've been building the open metaverse, connecting with other projects and proving the utility of blockchain behind. One more thing. The success of the metaverse will not come from just the success of Sandbox. It will essentially come from the success of its ecosystem. all the builders, all the creators, all the people who are landowners, and we count more than 23,000 of them. We want to enable them to monetize, and we want to empower them to build more fun, more immersive experiences. That's why we launched a partner program to certify them, to provide them all the resource. And since 2022, we've grown that ecosystem from 20 or 30 studios to more than 200 studios all around the world, and we have some of them in the room here in Hong Kong, thinking about Index Game. We also have been empowering like education partners, technical platform, and we hope that they will become the main point of contact for anyone who wants to come, enter the metaverse, and unlock the value for those brands. One last thing is like the importance of like what we are building in the metaverse. It's still the early days. It's still a phase of experimentation. So you should join the metaverse with a view of like, how can we try new things? How do we give value to our community? And how do we reward our community, not just not customers, but really community, to like engage with us as a brand and give them value? And one of our recommendations to achieve that is to do it through Sandbox, to enable them to create their experience with your brand content, to encourage user-generated content, and to reward them with NFTs, digital assets that will be meaningful for them, whether avatars or collectible. That's it. If you haven't yet played Sandbox, I really encourage you to create your avatar. It's free. And I hope that I'll be getting to meet many of you as I'm in Hong Kong for this week. We'll have a partner day next week on April 3rd as well. So it'll be a chance to learn more what some of the local Hong Kong-based brands are doing. And hopefully we can keep growing and building the metaverse together. Thank you.